how to PR. Or you might not. Maybe you can just
on YouTube.
On YouTube.
But yeah, I don't even give a fuck about their numbers anymore. Only Tom probably remembers. I don't.
Tom, what episode is this, man?
Remember.
You lot can't invite me to a place and I don't know what episode I'm on.
It doesn't have to be just the title, innit? That's all that matters. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about something very.
Joe Rogan's on that episode 29 million. You got catch up, bro.
Really? I ain't got a Joe Rogan, man. Why, you made that shit up? No. Why, he's been alive for that long?
He's gonna get done out here. No, why is he throwing out facts like that?
Imagine to fact check it like I know.
Nah, so today's episode, right, is a bit touchy. It's not even just a bit touchy, because today's like the main topic is gonna be about like death and dealing with death. And so today I've got my
name's Thomas. That's all you need.
Well, you're not doing the socials no more.
Not really.
You're not really on there.
Need it. TA Ogre Boy, if you want to find it.
Yeah, TA Ogre Boy. And then
cool pictures on his Instagram. Man.
Yeah. Very cool pictures. Very cool pictures.
I got like 4.
Yeah, I like them.
Cool pictures.
I like the more.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Anytime.
God bless you.
And then we've got. I don't even know. Do you even give your socials to anyone, bruv?
Bruv, he's like Batman, bro.
Fam.
No, but they fight. They will know.
Bane.
They would know.
Yeah, that's it. Bane. Sorry. Bane.
So okay, so you're not gonna give your socials, right?
Nobody knew until I put the do-rag on.
Has he still got the same picture of his back showing?
Yeah, no, he's changed it now.
I changed it.
That one in the kitchen, that caused bare problems.
I changed it. No. One time one suspect DM'd me over the picture and that was it.
Yeah, we got.
You know, people DM you your picture, it's usually a girl. Yeah. When a youth DMs you your picture and says, that's kind of nice, bro. You go, you know what? Delete the picture then. How about that? Yeah. Now none of us have the picture. none of us have the picture. No one gets the picture. How about that?
So, yeah, so we're gonna. What should we
got Marky.
We got Marky here, and like I said, we're gonna be talking about,
grief,
death, and grief, and how to deal with that. But before we get into that, I'm gonna promote one black-owned business today. I only found out it's black-owned like recently. I feel like a seller because I actually bought the tracksuit before I found out it was black-owned. That's how you know I just thought the tracksuit was wavy. But this one is Gang, but spelled GXNG. It's black-owned. It's dope. Like, this is a dope piece, man.
Comfortable?
Very comfortable, man. I just know I'm not gonna fit in it once gym opens though.
Where did you find that? Instagram?
I got it on Insta. So just go on Insta, search GXNG. They got a website as well. They got bare different pieces, but their stuff's really dope. So go grab it, get it, support it.
Affordable.
Share this. Very affordable. Well, yeah.
It's it's a pandemic.
A bill. Yeah, a bill.
That's
£100. Yeah. But yeah, so it's sick. Yes, you have, man. But yeah, so. That is that. We'll do another business. Just one. We'll do one today. Yeah. But before we go into it, we're gonna talk about the week. Let's start off on the light head. The light topics and whatnot. Then we'll go into the main one. Anything interesting that you've seen this week? Yesterday, I saw that these Obronis have gone to the moon or somewhere again, haven't they? Did you see it?
No.
You didn't see it? There was a live.
What, Tesla?
No. Someone was on Mars yesterday or somewhere.
It's
Mars.
Tesla.
Mars.
Tesla's the only.
SpaceX.
Bro, yeah, SpaceX is the only.
Was it SpaceX?
Yeah,
well, they're
Elon
chilling.
Musk.
They're proper chilling. They went yesterday, so I saw it live.
They probably sent a rover.
They went yesterday.
They sent a rover, bro.
Man said, that man went.
That man they went yesterday, man. That man they went there yesterday still. And then
quick weekend trip.
Quick thing. Very quick thing. Same pictures, everything.
But
But yeah, I saw that yesterday. I thought, it's a bit interesting, but I don't really give a damn about space at the moment, innit? So let's see what's going on.
Let's go there. Let's dominate.
We're not going anywhere to dominate anywhere, bro.
You know how much money you need?
To fly. 2 million, innit? 2 million for 30.
Children, wait.
For 30-second fly.
Times 5. Again.
So what? No one's going space?
I ain't got it, nigga. That's a 2 million for
you
30
ain't got
minutes.
it?
I ain't got it.
Would you move?
No.
If they told you that the only way you're gonna enjoy
listen to this.
outside
Listen to this.
is to go space.
I'm asking you a question.
Go on.
How many bad bitches on Mars right now?
No one knows, but I reckon they're worth more than 1,000 bitches.
What, one?
Yeah.
So what? There's gonna be 20 men coming from ends to fight over the one in Mars.
That's you lot's problem. I'll wait when everyone is dead and I'll go there, bro.
You see, I ain't got time for that.
Well, bro, but you think we're the only people that, like, the only beings in this universe, though?
Nah, I don't.
Jamaica's 9 hours. What am I gonna do?
So
Mars?
that's where you find all the bad bitches in Jamaica.
That's where I'm gonna settle down.
Hey, Jamaica.
Do you think that, though? You don't think that? Do you think that?
What?
We're the only beings in the universe?
I think there's a lot of unknown things.
The fuck, nigga? Everyone can,
Nah,
everyone can
I
say
think
that.
I think there's loads of stuff, man.
You think
That's
there's
just
loads of
my
stuff?
gut, I have
I
a
don't
gut
think God can
feeling
be that selfish.
that's
what I
that's exactly what I agree with you.
I reckon they look exactly like us, though.
Nah, no way.
I proper think that
But
they
then,
look exactly
they
like
will
us.
contradict the Bible because then you know how it says
Man!
God created man in his image. So,
Yeah.
So what the fuck did he create?
So everyone will look like us.
I don't know.
They might have maybe 3 hands or something.
Bro.
They do in India.
All of that stuff is in the
Yeah,
National
but you-
Archives,
Aye, but-
Pentagon,
hey,
all of
listen.
that stuff.
Hey, but Lee, you know why they got 3 hands?
Oh shit!
Aye,
Oh
you know why they got
shit!
3 hands in India?
Yeah, because they're mixing in it. All the
They did
the family,
sodomy.
the family droops in.
They wrong stuff.
Droops in their right, their
Sister, brother,
black,
Hey, listen. None of these views are endorsed by me, condoned by me.
Listen, all of these views are endorsed, condoned,
By me.
and retweeted
By me.
by me. Yeah. So if you want to come and beef about it, come beef about it. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
You still,
beef him.
It don't
I
matter.
will laugh.
You still got people with 8 arms and that. You get me? So it's not gonna change anything. But them lot there, they'll be sick in like karate tournaments and that.
Fam, they can't even use those limbs. Those limbs are.
Nah,
hard.
maybe that table tennis.
That would be crazy, innit?
Yeah, because there's no. Yeah,
Talking about bare limbs. Hey Lee, did you see the Mortal Kombat trailer?
Yeah, I don't know.
that looked terrible.
Hey,
Bro.
Goro looks mad.
Bro,
I
it
don't
looked
know,
really
man.
bad, bro.
Are you looking forward to it?
No, bro.
I don't watch
I'm
trailers.
not, but I feel like I'll
Bro,
be.
it looks
Yeah,
really
I
bad.
remember I was
Because
doing that too.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of rubbish films, yeah, that if you didn't see the trailer, it'll be alright.
No,
But the trailer
bro.
show you too
The
much.
trailer, they was like, look at it compared to 1991. It looked like 1991.
1991's one was better though.
It looked like.
I mean, I like the trailer for thingy though, Justice League though.
Aye, that looks nuts.
That's a TV show, isn't it?
No.
Is it
They're
film?
remaking the same movies.
It's gonna be 4 hours apparently.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
What? Same?
Why?
Yeah,
The
basically,
same story.
4 hours
everything.
of what?
Zack Snyder said, "You lot
Zack
are
Snyder's
bitches for
version,
ruining
innit?
my film. I'm gonna give you the proper one."
Yeah, basically.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
Because I think someone in his family died, so he had to stop.
Yeah, and then you just.
Yeah, and then he gave it to some idiot, and then he fucked it up.
But we're gonna watch it. It's gonna be sick. You get me?
I said 4 hours, fam.
It's
I
cool,
think I
man.
can sit down for 4 hours.
You can, man.
You can
You
do
watch
it, bro.
porn for 4 hours. Why can't you?
I've
watch-
never watched porn for 4
Yeah,
hours.
well, you've taken breaks. Why?
That's what I mean. I've never watched porn for 4 hours. What kind of sick man?
Well, it's not going cinema, innit? So you can pause it and watch, pause and watch. You watch it the way you watch your
I'm
porn.
gonna forget by the end of the movie. I'm gonna forget what I saw in the first hour.
We're watching it, man. We need to support, man. Superman's wearing a black suit. That's better to get black man.
I'm ready to see that one.
If Batman was
What?
black,
That's all it took. The black suit was all it took.
Yeah, man.
Basically,
I'm done with you lot, man. Why am I here, fam?
why is Batman not black?
Why could he be black? His power is white privilege.
Oh yeah, that's true.
reality,
And money, innit?
money.
That is his power,
That
white
is
privilege.
power, money.
It's not even money. It's the fact that he can get away with things.
Is Iron Man's power black privilege?
White privilege.
White people.
No,
Black- yeah,
Iron Man's
white
power
privilege.
is his intelligence.
He's intelligent.
What do you lot mean? The guy's been selling weapons and
Weapons.
shit.
Yeah, but he's
Intelligence.
smart. Batman is.
Why is Batman not smart though?
He's not even
Batman's
that
not
smart. Batman just walks up to a man strutting weed and bangs them in the face, bro.
Because they're basically disturbing the peace, bro.
They're not. Man, them are like not paying their TV license, and Batman's just fly kicking them through the window.
Knocking on man's door, you know. You know, Batman does the most unprovoked shit, like dragging people out of their house.
Man are parking on the double yellow line. Batman's like through the window.
Have you paid?
That's
You ain't paid to park here.
That's one boomerang.
Batman will be out here punching up niggas for having disabled badges on their car.
Hey, you know the worst times I've Batman is now in this pandemic. You're not meant to be here. It's back.
He will fuck niggas up for
hey,
going
why
out,
don't
you
we
know.
up?
I ain't got time for Batman, fam.
So what? We're not fucking with Batman. Is that what you're saying?
It's just
No, Batman's a bad man.
But it's a good segue though, because we're talking about grief, and the reason Batman is such this guy is because of his family. And
Yeah, but he should have just seek therapy, bro. Why are you punching up
Exactly.
niggas?
No, he did.
Where?
Seek therapy. Alfred is not a therapist. He's a
Bro,
slave.
where did he seek
He
therapy?
did. He tried to seek therapy.
He tried to, that's not seeking it.
No, he
He's even
seeked
trained.
it, and it didn't work. So he went to the Buddhist monks and that, and then he went and
That was not therapy. The
That
nigga
was
was learning
therapy.
martial arts to fuck up niggas.
That
What the hell?
That's his therapy.
That
What?
was therapy.
Don't you think? Hey, you've been in a fight before.
Yes.
When I'm fucking niggas up, that's my fucking therapy.
No, that
That's
makes
not
sense.
therapy,
That's
bro.
not therapy.
That's not
Me
therapy.
Batman-
in your face is
Batman needs to go and
He needs to go therapy and address the issues internally.
Yeah, and I'm addressing it with my fist.
yeah, but think about the fact that he went to Arkham Asylum when people were already in pen just to fuck them up.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
yeah. The guy's
He was
terrorist.
abusing people, fam.
That is basically Pop Girls when Mojo Jojo was in pen and they went in there and fucked him up.
Yeah, fair enough.
How can someone that's locked up, you go and beat him up? It just makes no sense.
Batman is
He needs
different.
therapy, bro.
In his counselling,
That's his
therapy,
Everything
That's
because
not
he's
his
actually
therapy.
taking a piss.
No, he's violating, bro. He's above the law.
That is true.
The police are like, yo, can we talk to you, please? And he starts smashing up their car.
No, don't talk to me.
Turn around and die.
He's a sport brat.
Yeah,
He's a big sport brat. And he's also got this illusion telling people he doesn't kill people. Batman murders people, bro.
It's like
I
he
just
doesn't kill
disabled
you, but
them.
he will beat you to an inch of your death.
Nah, he kills niggas.
Nah, man.
Remember, look, if you watch them,
No,
if you watch them Batman movies, yeah, he blows up shit.
Because you know, yeah, all those like parademons and that, he kills them. So
Yeah.
if you don't kill people, you won't kill a parademon.
He blows up shit. You lot always forgetting. Batman shoots up shit and blows up shit before he drives his car through a fucking like a building or something where the bad guys are. He fucking runs them over. He's doing the most. The guy needs to be arrested. Really and truly.
No, I told you. Now you lot are on my side. Fuck Batman.
No, we'll still watch the films though.
We'll still
Get
watch it.
him out of
We'll
here,
still watch
man.
it, man.
Watch the film.
We'll still watch it. But you need to watch it, man.
I'm not watching
Let's
that for-
support, man.
I'm not watching anything for 4 hours.
Zack Snyder's
Let's
black.
do 2 hours on Monday.
Who the fuck is Zack Snyder?
He's black.
You don't play for
He's
Inter
the
Milan.
director of the movie. He's black.
Oh, I've never heard of him.
Yeah, but he's black.
He's not black, man.
Get out. I'm trying to get.
He's not black.
He's a black guy.
He's not. He's not fucking black. Let me swear.
There's no black people called Schneider.
Yes, there is.
He's Jewish.
See?
Yeah,
Top
There is-
guy.
Black Jewish.
He's a black.
That means the movie's gonna be great.
Jesus was black
I like what he just did there, you know.
just because he's Jewish.
Yeah, the movie's gonna be great.
Fair enough. We're watching it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the
But-
merch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the merch.
What, Superman's black suit?
No, the Zack Snyder merch. I'm his
You
biggest
know what?
fan.
You're talking about Jew. The guy that created Superman was Jewish as well.
Oh, Superman is the greatest hero.
Because he's Jesus Christ.
No, he can beat Goku.
But he's Jesus Christ.
No, the creator's Jewish. I don't care.
Yeah, but Superman literally is Jesus Christ.
I don't mind. Because the creator's Jewish, he's the best.
Oh. Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah, alright, cool. So so we're watching Batman. What else are we watching? There's a few more movies coming out.
WandaVision. Aye, that
Don't talk about it because I ain't watched it this
You
week.
watched it?
I ain't watched last week or this week's
Oh
one.
my
I got
days.
like 3 to
Don't talk to me
Oh
about it.
my
I
days.
think it's shit for now.
No,
Because it's
no,
just-
no. It's a slow burner.
Well, it's just like thingy.
No, but it's a.
It's just
no,
like Jessica Jones then.
No, but
That-
no,
I hated
no. I'll throw.
I
this
totally hate
I'll
it.
throw this magnum bottle
rubbish
at your
main
head.
character.
It's not like Jessica Jones.
No, but I'm saying that's the same thing people were saying. It's a slow burner.
No, this one, no.
It makes sense because it links all the stories. Mama, miha. I'm gonna watch it.
Lupin.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna,
I don't want to say too much, but
no, I'm gonna watch it
It's a
because
matter-
I feel like there's gonna be stories that are interlinked in it. So I'm just
bro,
watching.
they've got
Not
a
like
black,
it's sick.
Bro, they got a black female.
I don't give a shit.
Relax.
I know the black female because I remember from the movie. When she was a kid.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I'm gonna watch it, like I said. But it's not great to me anyway. But I guess the other things that'll come off it will be sick, which I acknowledge that. So I'm just gonna watch it just for.
All I'm saying,
I'm just gonna
you
let
need
you
to
know,
watch it.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna let you know
Need
that
to watch
for this whole part, I'm just gonna be sitting silent. In your
Why? Because you don't watch it.
I don't watch anything, bro.
This nigga just watches porn.
I don't even watch porn every day no more.
So
I
what
don't be watching shit. It's
So what do
boring.
you do day to day then, bro?
Work. Work.
Look at the way everyone just went quiet. Like this nigga.
Exactly. Well, you know what it is? As soon as he says work, we're
Nigga
just
lying.
looking at the chains. Work.
Hey, this is tied in with grief. So
The first, that one is.
let's start. This is my mum.
Let me see that one.
My mum here. This is her graduation photo.
And then.
And this is my boy Tabs. Tabs passed away few years ago as well. So we got.
Right, if I was to be doing
Look,
what
see?
you've just done there, yeah, I would have like 19 chains, bro.
No, I've got about 12.
Oh, so
Flipping,
you
innit?
literally
So-
one for each
You
person.
just choose.
2017.
Oh,
so
that's
you've got it
cool.
written
That's
down on
not
there.
too long ago.
You got one for each person.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't even know if I could, how many I would
I
have.
don't feel I could.
No, because if you got like sometimes if you're rolling,
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes I might wake up in the morning and be like, "Yo, Jay's rolling with me today."
Fair
And
enough.
just put that on and
That's
my-
sick.
Do you know
that's my
actually-
protection.
I like that, you know.
Instead of
actually-
voodoo,
that's
that's
really
my.
good, man.
You know, that's my.
Man said instead of voodoo, like you still don't do voodoo anyway.
I'm shit. That's what. But you know, like
No,
that's
but I
my
like
thing.
that though.
That's
I
my
actually
good
like
luck.
that.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that
that's my
concept-
good
yeah,
luck
that
charm,
concept
like
is
for
sick.
the day. Like I
That's
say,
it,
raw,
that's
like
it, that's it, that's it.
today.
I might do that.
Today's a bit feeling a bit.
But
under
the thing
weather.
is, you spend mad peas on. I just get some Cuban zirconians, bro, and then just to change. Yeah.
No, but then you have to also remember, what if the person said like, "Raw, what I got for my legacy, dog?"
It's around my neck.
Nah, you got me in the cubics.
You got me in the cubic.
Hey, Cubans don't shine the same.
You got me
They
in the
don't shine the
cubics.
same.
Yeah, so I'll be
was-
putting light on it all the time. I'll be walking around like this with a torch on it.
They don't shine the same.
Oh shit, man.
Nah, man, that's powerful.
But no, that's sick.
That's
though.
powerful. Man.
I like that. I like that. I'm never gonna lie.
Might as well
I proper
start,
like
bro.
that. No, let's go into more stuff before we get to the serious stuff. Because when we get into the serious stuff here, Mark will start crying. So we need to get into like
I'm not gonna cry. I ain't cried in like
2 weeks.
like maybe a month. The last time I cried. No, you know what? I did cry.
No, we need to
cry.
talk about that. Why don't men like?
No,
black men,
I
like-
did
why
cry.
don't Black, but let's.
We will get to it because
don't-
no, we'll get to it because even me, I'm gonna talk about that.
We need to talk.
What else has
about
happened this week? Anyone with South Park?
South Park
happened in
didn't come
South
out this week, did
No, it
it?
didn't.
So why are you asking us?
But I'm trying to see if there's anything out myself.
What happened in South Park?
I'm just trying to
South
find out
Park
if
didn't
anything's come out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for these numbers to drop, man, so we can go outside. That's
That's
it.
it.
They not the numbers have been the infection rate has been dropping.
But this
This
is what
needs to
happens though.
continue,
They
man.
can't let us out
Better
too.
than any of us.
They can't let us too
It
soon
needs to
though.
continue. That's
Yeah.
all. It needs to continue.
The lockdown, innit?
I saw a news
Yeah.
article this
It literally
morning
needs to
saying that
continue. If it's the older people that are the main reason why they keep locking
Bringing
us
it-
up, then
yeah.
they need to just protect them.
Yeah, I
And
just think they need to keep
and
us.
I'm prepared to wait until they're.
Yeah,
You reckon?
Hey, no,
You don't
like,
wanna take
if Tom
the Sweden
tells me,
approach?
You see the whole thing.
Oh,
you know,
they
even
didn't
down to
even
the
do lockdown, did they?
yeah, they just said fuck the old
Tom,
people.
even down to the vaccine. I was gonna ask you because I was gonna say if Tom tells me this is legit, I am taking.
But it's legit though.
No, but because people are dumb online. I've not been watching it, but I was just like, you know what? I know people that know this shit.
I don't even give a fuck if anyone knows shit or not. I'm taking
you
this
said
shit.
to me, Oxy, you're saying, boy, you're taking
I'm still
that shit.
taking it.
I'm taking that shit.
I'm still taking it.
I'm happy to take it, 100%.
Yeah, I'm taking it because
Whoa!
I'm happy to take-
We've got Dr. Lewis on it. Nah.
No, I'm just more interested in the Oxford one. I don't really know much about the
Yeah,
other
the
one.
Pfizer
But then at the same time, one of my friends, she lost her father-in-law recently, and she put this post up about, well, if these people were vaccinated, maybe they might have survived. But the thing is, there's not enough data for people to even say that
Yeah, exactly.
you taking it is going to cause it. You have to wait and see. That's it. You literally have to wait and see. You can't be ignorant.
we're taking it, man. Every nigga has bareback before, therefore you're taking the vaccine.
What?
You didn't know what was in that
know.
pum pum.
Ah, that just went left
So we're
like that.
taking the vaccine.
What?
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, deny it all you want.
And if you wanna
Every
tra-
man
and
in
if you
this
wanna
world, in
travel
this
soon-
England, UK, everyone
I'm
between the
virgin.
ages
Yes,
of
calm.
19
What has
to
bareback
76,
and the
yeah.
virus got to do
Nothing.
with this?
No
Because
idea.
these niggas are not even doing research before they bareback. So why are they now all of a sudden become scientists? When it comes to vaccine, all of a sudden, I'm 35, 36,
hate that he found
32
a way
minus
to-
1.3.
I'm a
Yeah,
virgin.
That's
to get rid
even
of it.
2% of sense. I
He's so
hate
dumb.
that he
He's so dumb.
found
Like,
it.
he's putting him in it. He's dumb.
But it's true
You
though.
sound like fighting him sometimes.
Wait, what I said is not what? Did I say what I said? What?
No,
Is
it
that a
makes
lie?
sense, but
I don't know,
it's
bro.
not
I'm a
making
virgin.
Do you know what? It's the initial execution of what he says that's stupid. And then when he comes with something that just makes it just a little bit of sense.
A modicum of sense.
Bro,
You prick.
if you've done it, take that vaccine. Don't even question what's in it.
Hey, listen,
you
if
eat
you want to go
ass-
outside soon, if you want to travel,
Yeah,
certain
it's
people are
true,
going to
cuz.
demand
Niggas
it.
be going on holiday, just be banging bitches that don't know if they got AIDS.
If
Bareback.
you don't- if you-
Bareback.
Finish it.
What?
The sentence.
if you
Eating
don't-
ass on
if you
holiday.
don't, and you're happy with Centre Parks, happy with Chessington,
Exactly.
Watson Towers, then
Then
don't
you
take
better,
it.
yeah.
Butlins, all of those
You
things.
are filthy.
No, but it's true.
Look,
Like,
look at
I just want to know why all of a sudden everyone's just become a scientist in the black community,
Bro, all the time.
and also doctors.
No.
I'm
But the
still
problem
shocked.
is, yeah, you know the thing is about our community, we become scientists and politicians when we want to hold an agenda, and it's annoying, bro.
Oh, I got something to talk about. There was a kid today that like a little baby, and she's got like white parents. And she was adopted, innit? And they bought her shoes. Yeah, they bought her shoes. Yeah, and she's tap dancing all around the place. Black, obviously. Some people were enraged. Obviously, why have they got a child? You know, wearing shoes.
You know what? Yeah.
Black. But got to the bottom of it all because of Scribs, right? Because Scribs doesn't just read things. Like, he doesn't just see something and take it on board. Like, he always delves deeper. And then he was like, you know what? I think it was retweeted by some American guy that does this whole Black Lives whatever thing. So he's the one that did that, and then he obviously took off. Turns out, so one guy was like, oh, why did they buy her tap dancing shoes? Why didn't they just buy her like ballerina or whatever shoes instead or whatever? And I said, that's what I said. I was like, oh, maybe she dances around a lot, innit? And there's always tap dancing, so they bought her shoes. Because she's like one, if anything, or even less than one. It turns out that the white parents who adopted her are tap dancers.
No, listen, the problem is, listen. I saw the video, and there's obviously, when you watch it, if you got common sense, you know there's a logical explanation for this. However, it looks nasty, bro.
It just looks nasty.
It looks nasty. Why is there a little black kid in a room with white people going... Tap
dancing in front of two white people and they're going, go on.
You're old enough, you know that as a parent, you're old enough to know that maybe I shouldn't record this video. I should keep this one to me and Martin.
Not knowing, it's just that they were just proud that the person...
it was nasty.
No, but it's like they put it out because they're proud that the person they adopted, the child they adopted is almost like
I get it, but
that's when you understand it.
The problem
like
is the problem is
it looks nuts. It looks nuts, innit?
Yeah, man. Like, and I've seen a lot of stuff where it looks like they have black children as pets, fam.
I've seen shit like that.
Because Madonna's black children look like pets to me, bro.
Madonna's black.
That's the boy that's always body popping.
Bro, why does she have 12 black kids, bro?
Why was
I was sitting there like,
for world peace?
Bro, Big Daddy Kane gave her the awkward, but she couldn't produce with him. That's it.
Now you've gone so.
Big Daddy Kane.
That's it.
Boy. But yeah, no, I saw that. It's like it's almost like if you were to see like, what would be a mad example?
I don't think there is. That was just nasty. It didn't look right. But if they're tap dancers. The child probably really likes.
Because obviously that's what they see, innit?
Yeah, so the child enjoys it.
So I got to the bottom of that one, which was interesting because you lot just like to cry on the internet all the time without doing your own research. I didn't even do my own research. I was just laughing at it.
I would have just scrolled down.
To be honest, I don't even know why we call Twitter the internet because Twitter, it doesn't even pop like that. Like there's other things that people even go there more than Twitter. Like people take news from other places before even Twitter anyway. You know it is. But yeah, man. So that was this week. I feel like we're missing like something else mad that's happened this week.
Bitcoin's been doing good.
Woo! $55K.
How much do you have?
Almost 100K.
How much do you have?
That's snitching, bro. Don't say that.
Don't talk. Hey, I've realised here with Bitcoin, don't say how much Bitcoin you got. Don't talk about it. It's like, you know, Bitcoin is like life insurance. Don't tell people you got it.
What is Bitcoin?
Don't tell people what you got.
It's the chocolate coins at Christmas.
Hey, them little, I like those. I like those coins. I like those ones.
This room that have Bitcoin.
Ethereum is doing well. Litecoin is coming up.
I know it's doing well, but
I'm not gonna lie, my account's still in minus for Litecoin.
Oh yeah, I copped like a coin. Thing is doing really well. Binance have got a coin.
Yeah.
It flew today for some mad reason. I'm not saying I've got these coins, by the way. I just like looking at stuff.
No. Just say what you heard.
No, I just like looking at the people's numbers.
Exactly.
It's great.
Hey, don't discuss what coins you got.
I don't even have any coins. How about that? Apart from the change I have in my piggy bank.
Exactly.
That's coins. That's the only coins I know.
Why would you have that?
Yeah. I do stocks though. But coins is something that I can see that people would really benefit from in the future. Yeah. I wish I just had the heart to get one or two.
Because of Tesla's taking payments in Bitcoin.
Yeah, so is Apple Pay.
That's why they pay so much. That's why they pay
PayPal, Apple Pay.
That was this week.
Yeah.
I think Tesla put in like 1.2 billion.
1.5 billion. Do you know how many coins that was? Wasn't even that many, you know. Not as much as before.
Not as much as my guy me.
Well, it's not as much as but it is what it is, isn't it? You just get your coins, guys. You lot that want to get your coins, get your coins. I'm just happy when I see things that are owned by black people. Yes, I'm saying Bitcoin is owned by a black person. Do you know why? Because no one has claimed it. Therefore, it's ours.
No, it's Takashima. What's his name?
Fuck that nigga.
Teriyaki Shima.
Fuck that nigga.
It must be owned by black people because it was on the black market before.
Yeah, exactly. And anything on the black market belongs to us.
Tom, what's going on, bro?
Did you see how silent I was just there.
No, Tom, what's going on? No.
But I'm not a financial advisor or nothing, but people need to start looking in them things there, you know. Start buying a bit of coins there, buy some stocks here and there. Because
there's no point advising because they'll come up.
That's what I'm not
in your comments and tell you shut the fuck up, man.
I'm not, but I control my comments, so no one can tell me anything. So
Oh, so you see a negative one, you just delete.
I don't even delete. I just leave it there for 60 days for the person to think it's there and it's ever, and then it just deletes itself after 60 days.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So if you want it to stay, you have to approve it or something.
Yeah.
Oh wow, mad.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Motherfuckers, you thought you had me, didn't ya?
But what if I like the negative comments?
No, like I choose when the comments come out. If you send me a comment today, I can approve it next week. If I don't approve it next week, it will still be in my figure saying, Marky said, hella.
So all this time I've wasted writing comments.
On what?
Not cussing people.
On
I'm a
which
nice
one?
guy, but still. Just in general.
Oh, I'm talking about YouTube.
Yeah, I'm talking about YouTube as well.
I haven't seen them yet.
I have never written a YouTube comment in my life. What do you write on YouTube?
From it pops, YouTube comments is where it's at, you know. It's like a fucking race, blood. Find
I've read YouTube
Fam, they
comments.
are the best. If you find a video, yeah, that everyone is slandering the president in it, yeah,
and read the comments.
and then read the comments,
I'll tell you the
you
best
cry.
YouTube comments to read.
Which one?
Drill videos.
Yeah,
Oh, when people are breaking down shit.
People break down.
So he had an op.
Yeah, the reason he said fuck T is because T lives in Tottenham. And Tottenham is from people are going into a mad shit. And my own ass is learning. My own ass is sitting in my notepad like, okay, so
that
T
makes sense.
stands
Okay,
for
so
Tottenham,
T.
yeah,
Alright.
okay.
And then you hear a song, yeah, and then you hear someone say to you like, oh, I know that one.
And then you got these kids saying, yeah, man, they're snitching on me. No, because you're a fucking idiot. You got people dissecting your shit on YouTube.
But it's not their
You
fault
think
though.
there's not police officers sitting there dissecting your shit?
I mean, if I was a police officer, I think that's what I'll sit
Bro,
all
they
day.
make it so easy. You got guys literally on YouTube sitting there saying, yeah, oh, this person's got beef and this is why
That person, they just connect the dots.
No, they're
It's
saying
so
it
easy.
name for name, word for word,
Name
you
for
know.
name.
He killed Patrick Collins on the date.
From this address.
Yeah, and I'm reading it like,
On the
wow,
boy.
bro, Patrick Collins died, yeah.
All in the name of being
I said,
real.
rest up,
Yeah,
rest
man,
up,
rest
rest
him
up,
up,
Patrick
man.
Collins, you know.
Rest him up, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, Patrick Collins was a legend. You know what
YouTube
I'm saying?
told me, fam.
Start feeling bad.
Yeah, like I'm like,
Like
why
you know
he
the
say
nigga.
that?
Yeah.
Why he say
Why
that,
did Patrick
man?
have to say that though, man? They
Yeah.
marked him for no reason, man. You get me?
YouTube comments are-
So yeah, man, get your shit, get your stocks, get your cryptos, get your what else is there? Do your options trading, get your
You say do your options trading.
yeah, because that's another way in, innit?
That is a way in still.
It's a good way in actually. It's risky, but it's a good way in. But I'm even learning options, man. I want to get into options in the long term, in the long run, anyway. So I'm learning it so I can scam people. What?
I'm deleting that.
Fuck that. No, we're keeping it because people need to know there are people out there who scam people, not me. But
That's your man's. Why is your man's? Your man's is out there. Your man's is on the podcast. Why?
selling, scamming the world.
Your man's just said it, man.
No. I didn't say anything. I said people should just relax and not follow people. Yeah.
You've
got to leave that, bro.
But yeah, man. All right. So today, topic. We've already, spoken about it. We said what the title is already. We're gonna go straight in because I don't know if I should start. I feel like I'm gonna let you guys start this time because I remember the first time I was hit by it. That.
Oh, the first time. Oh, that where we're gonna start with our
Start with your
first grief,
first,
like our
first
first.
proper grief. Not like your first one, but the first one that actually hit you proper.
No, did we both share the same grief?
Yeah, deeper, innit?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, because we
Yeah.
go to the graveside every year.
Yeah. So, the first one, yeah, that hit you.
Go on.
My one was, I would like to say my granddad, but that didn't hit me proper. So I'll say my grandma. I've got 3 grandmas though, on my dad's side, because my granddad had 3 wives.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, granddaddy.
What's up, man?
My jigger. So my dad's mum, yeah, that one hit me ish. The reason why I say ish is because it still didn't hit me until I didn't cry until a year and a half later. I was by myself in the room chilling, and it just hit me, and I just started crying.
How old are you?
15, I think. That was so. That's when I was like, "Oh shit, what the fuck is going on?" That was the first one that hit me. That was my first one. My granddad was okay, I guess. I don't think I cried at my granddad's funeral. My grandma's one, I didn't cry there either, but it hit me when I was in London, bruv. In my room, just chilling.
Just thought about it.
Chilling. I just thought about it and then I just started, crying. Yeah, but that was my first one.
So who supported you through that though? Like,
No one. I was in the room myself, locked up.
you
in
never
my
tell
room.
no one.
I didn't tell
You
no
didn't
one.
tell your
I just
mum.
crying. I didn't tell none of them. I was just crying. And that's when I was like, fuck. Like, this is to do with grandma, innit? Like, why am I just crying for, no reason to me? And I was thinking, but she died a year and a half ago. Why am I crying now? That was a bit weird, man. But yeah, grandma's one hit me. My dad's mum's one. But my mum's one, I was alright. I think it was because I was a bit older. My granddad, it was just, he was a guy in it, so it was just like he died prematurely because he shouldn't have died that young. I think it was like 72 or something.
Okay.
So that one was a shock because he was not sick or nothing or ill or nothing. He just went. No one still knows. They keep on saying that it was something to do with the
Village.
yeah or whatever because my granddad was a chief in it, so
Bees like that.
he bees like that, and it was a
Prices.
very firm one, like very fair as well. And then but then I'll go to the one that hit me the most. Not even Deepod's one, but Freddie's one, innit?
Yeah,
Freddie's one hit me the most. Yeah.
I told sometimes I don't even think about it.
Bro.
I try not to think about Freddie.
Is that because you tried to like lock it away?
Yeah, that one. Like even when I went to the what's the gun? How do you lock Ghanaians? You locked the memorial because I remember when it was a thing.
Yeah.
But even I think it's when I saw Freddie's mum, and then when I saw Knee,
I was finished. Like
I was like,
proper.
this was my guy,
I think with me, right, with Fred, the thing, what hurt about Fred's one is also because of like certain things that happened before, because he was here, right?
Changed his life.
And then he went Penn. And then when he went Penn, okay, so I might as well go into it actually, fuck it. So the thing with Fred's one is he was here. He's like my young cousin, innit? Like my little cousin, right? And he looked up to me, like everything I do, he does, or everything I did, he did. I didn't have a younger brother or whatever. So, like, I was a firm, like, protector of his, like, for a while, but then he grew up, like, so he didn't need any protection anymore. He was just doing his thing. And then he had a kidney infection, like, when he was, like, 16, but then they flushed it out. Like a kidney stones. They flushed it out. Yeah. And then when I was in uni, he went Penn for something like some move that I still blame myself for to this day because I obviously introduced him to certain people and certain characters, and he ended up in Penn. And I think the reason why I blame myself more is because he went on the move with another person who's like another younger cousin kind of to me. And he went in because of that person not doing their job. You get it? And I think, like, he went in, then obviously prison is cold, this and that. It's not the conditions that fit. So he had another infection again, same kidney again, then they were able to flush it out again. Then they sent him to Ghana, right? After he came out. But I think the one thing that, after he came out, he went to Ghana, he lived in Ghana for like a year or two, then his parents sent him to the Philippines. And when they sent him to the Philippines, he changed his life around, proper studying, doing his thing and everything. Then the strong kidney now got infected and literally was like a 15 days thing. And he just passed away, right? Now, with his one, the reason why I was blaming myself was because I remember when he went Penn, when I went to visit him, the first time I went to visit him, he just said to me, he knows that if I had gone with them, because I was meant to go with them, but, I just didn't go.
Yeah, weren't your day.
Yeah, and he's like, he knows that if I had gone with them, like, none of them would have gone prison. You know what I'm trying to say? So that one stuck with me a lot, because he was like, I don't blame our other cousins, whatever, but he knows if I was there, some of the decisions that he made, because the other one, he actually listens to me. Like, he does silly things,
but he
listens to me. When I talk to him and I say, bro, don't do that, let's do it, he will listen to me. So he thinks because I was not there, that's why I do it anyway. So that always resonates with me and that always sticks with it. And then the fact also that me and him used to we were talking on Facebook all the time because he was in the Philippines and I was talking to him all the time, you know. And like when I went to Ghana, when did I go Ghana? I went to Ghana and then when he was in Ghana, like he came to the house, slept over, this and that, just chilling. Because like I said, he was like, I don't have a younger brother, so it's like my younger brother, really. Because my cousins all live in East, and he lives in South with his mum, and they're like my mum's best friend. Like their mum is my mum's best friend, so I just say that's my cousin. So it's just like it was so strange, like someone like that in my life, like that, and then now I'm just in my room one day on my best friend's birthday, because he died on Martin's birthday, innit? On my best friend's birthday now. I'm sitting in my room chilling, blah, blah, blah. Because they said he was not well. And I said, what's the worst case scenario? And they were like, death, innit? Like, he could die. But I didn't... Because he's a very strong boy, innit? The guy is very strong. Like, he's a very, very, like, physically, he's like... He's on my, like... He's at his peak. It's like someone telling me you're going to die. I wouldn't believe it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So they were like, yeah, and I was like, oh, let's just hope that's not going to happen. But I just kind of dismissed it. Because in my head, Freddie was going to come.
And you think we've been here before, and he's he bust case, he won through the
before.
Yeah.
So I was like, Freddie's going to. Then I'm sitting in my room now, and then I get a knock on the door. My mum calls me. She's like, oh, Nee. I was like, all right, cool, what's up? So I've gone to the room, and she said to me, this is about a week later. She's like, oh, Freddie didn't make it.
Oh, they didn't tell you straight away?
Yeah, they told me. They didn't want to. But then they told me, and then I was like, all right, cool. So I was like, all right, cool. He's died, innit? So I've gone to my room now, and I for the love of God, I don't know what came over me, yeah? I'm just sitting in my room, right? About 5 minutes. Then I just started screaming, fam. Because I started remembering that. Then it's almost like I started thinking, I'm never going to speak to him again. I'm never going to see him again. I'm never going to laugh with him again.
Nothing.
Like, everything just in my head was like, it's done. Like, it's finished, you know? Then I went on Facebook, like, trying to talk to him, fam.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, I'm fucked. Bruv, I was screaming, shouting. And my younger sister came from her room to, like, console me because she knew I was finished. I was literally so finished. So now that I've been told I've cried for about an hour, I'm screaming, shouting in my room, saying why, I can't believe it, why would he die? Like, I'm just looking for answers and shit. And it's not like it was the first time I dealt with death.
Yeah.
But it's the first really close person to me that I dealt with death. And then that happened now, so that's happened now. And my friends are close to him because of me. Okay, so now I'm going to have to break the news.
Yeah, and then they're going to feel the...
So now I've called my best friend Martin. And then I've said to him, I have to tell you something. And he's like, what's up? So I'm crying on the phone. And he's like, what the fuck? Why are you crying? Like, what's up? And I was like, oh, Fred died. Then he breaks down on the phone. He locks off the phone. Like, he started crying and he locked off the phone. And then he called me back. He goes, why are you telling me, like, Fred died? I was like, yeah. And then he was like, then he gave off the phone again. He couldn't, like, he just couldn't handle it at all. Like, we were all, like, finished. Like, proper finished. And then I thought it was all over. I thought,
you thought you got it out,
bro.
You say wrong.
Bro, I was so wrong, fam. So obviously I had to write a
obituary.
Yeah, and so I wrote it, and then you just write something. Sometimes you just write something. I'm just writing about what I remember about my guy, innit? And then like I'm supposed to read it now. And you were there when I was reading, like, bro.
That day was a hard day for
me. I couldn't read, fam. I was literally just standing in front of the church, just crying my eyes out. And then his brothers came to join me, like, to console me, for me to speak. And it was just so hard.
The touch makes it. The touch.
Yeah, bro, that broke me down. Because when Bright, was his younger brother Bright, when Bright touched me, I was
like, Bright looks
finished. Yeah, he looked like Fred.
Not smack. His younger brother looks
exactly.
Yeah, now you're done. There's nothing else.
Do you know what it was? You know what threw me off here? It's that because me and Freddie, we went college together, and like we just mad. Like he was my guy.
Yeah.
We just did mad shit together. So it's like when I found out the news, Martin told me. He told Martin. I was like, I broke down. So I was like, yeah, Martin's like, you have to come. So I've come. bro, I seen his brother, bro. I wanted to literally scream, bro, because his brother looks exactly like him.
Fam,
It makes no sense.
Is this one of them things where?
What the fuck?
So now I'm reading it, and I'm struggling to read the thing, like something that's meant to be like 5 minutes probably took me about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And I've literally just cried. His brothers have joined me, you know, and they were better than I was because they dealt with it better than I did. But in his my defense, he's got 2 brothers, right, and they're nothing like him. Yeah, they're both like, you know, blah blah blah. Fred is the only unique one of them. He was very much like me. So it was almost like I had him on my way. So even his older brother used to say all the time, bruv, sometimes his older brother would talk to him, and then you'd be like, bruv, this boy's not listening. And then you call me and say, need to speak to him because, you know, he kind of understands from your point or whatever. Whatever you lot do, yours is whatever. However you speak to him or whatever, you lot have some understanding, so speak to him.
Yeah.
So that finished me. I was gone. Like that day, I was finished. And then on top of that, I had to squash beef at that same thing.
What, at the funeral?
Yeah, because like I said, remember the other person is like my younger cousin, and then like his lot were blaming him for Fred dying, even though Fred died a good 4 or 5 years later. You know, they were blaming him and they were going to beat him up, and I was like, come on, that's not gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
It's
like,
grief, innit? When you're grieving, you want to blame someone, innit?
Bro, and
Everyone's
literally
looking for answers.
that was mad. That was like mad to
that was
me,
a mad
like,
day.
very very mad for me.
That was
But
proper,
even the like Deepa's one was mad as well. But yeah, let's go to you guys and I'll come to Deepa's one as well.
The one that touched me is not the one that touched me the most, but the one that touched me was one boy I used to go to school with. His name, funny enough, was Freddie as well. And he was a good boy, primary school, below me, vibrant. When I got into college and I used to see him and he used to hang around with the area boys. And then one day, they were doing something dumb. They were running away from... Someone was chasing him for stealing something. That's what I believe anyway. And I caught him and I said to him, listen, you need to stop what you're doing, you know. Something said to me to stop him. You need to stop what you're doing. Because, like, you just need to get yourself out of this. A few days later, he got stabbed. He I think he took himself and to his mum's house and died on the doorstep.
Oh, that kid.
Yeah.
Fast.
And,
how old is he? 17?
Something like that, yeah. And I sat there and I thought to myself, like, was God, like, this is when I thought that I was destined to become a pastor or something like that, because I was thinking to myself, like, was that the warning that I missed? Because I literally, everything said to me, like, pull him away from this lifestyle, because it's funny, like, when you're in school and everyone is just so friendly and everything, like, you can't imagine certain people are going to go in a certain direction, if that makes sense. I hadn't even joined and done my own nonsense at that point. Yeah, I was still I was bottling up a lot of anger, trying to get the good grades and all of that stuff. But I didn't expect that, if that makes sense. My cousin was just like, yo, Tom, like, Freddie died. And I was like, what do you mean Freddie died? And I was like, which Freddie? And then he told me, and then literally heart sank. Because just like you say, it's like you see somebody, you speak to somebody, and you're never going to hear that person's voice again. You used to hear him going around with the rest of the kids that more or less grew up with, always running around doing nonsense. It's funny because they first start out, like, you know, stealing phones, simple stuff. And then you leave them for like 6 months and then they moved on to other stuff,
jewelry,
if that makes it. Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
And then one day you just find out someone's dead and you're just like, what? Like, as in, you're not going to ever hear that person's voice again. And then you see the person's mum and you're just like,
yeah, that's hard.
We used to go to this Friday church club. Used to always go home. We used to all take the long way home so that we can, you know, see each other off. All of that. I seen your mum would be like, say hello to your mum. And all that. And then one day, his mum is going through pain. Like, for a parent to lose your kid before you go,
I can't even imagine.
It's something you wouldn't imagine as a parent, innit? Like, because that's not the... I wouldn't say natural, but it's not the flow of life, is it? Like, the life
he wasn't like my family or anything like that, but that sheer fact that a few days after I told him to stop,
that will get to you still.
Yeah, man, it touched me. And I was just like, rah. That was the first time anybody that I knew, I actually knew, passed.
Yeah. Okay, so yours was quite a later one.
Yeah, because before that it was shielded. Like parents didn't really tell me stuff.
I mean, like me, I had like a few of my like classmates in Ghana. I died, and so when I found out, they died. Some of them died a bit later, but some died as young as maybe 10 or something. So, but like all them times there, it was still like when you're a kid, you know. You just play in it, so you don't really take certain things, and also like you said, shielded. So certain people we found out died, they would probably died when we were younger, but then we didn't find out till we're like,
you know. When you say like when you're a kid, yeah. Do you feel like the effects of that still? It depends. I think, but you didn't know it happened.
This is what I think. I think that when you're a kid, like you said, you're shielded, right? You don't really take it in, and also your parents actually don't let you find out. Even the child's parents, sometimes they don't. They'll just say the child has moved school or something.
Yeah. No, my parents is kind of
raw, innit? No, but that's the way to be sometimes.
Kind of raw. So like, I remember when I was little, my great grand passed. My dad used to live with her, so that one was like the first death I experienced. I'm talking like 4.
Oh right.
And like she was sick, and I was like go in her room. She'll call for me, where Marcus? And I'll come in there as a youth, like, and talk to her and blah blah blah. Then obviously she passed because she's old. She must have been in like late 80s and that. So I remember having to deal with the concept of someone passing from young, and my dad trying to explain it to me. And now that I'm older, I realise like, well done to him, innit? Because he would have been 24 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
So he's trying to explain to me, and I'm older than 24 now, so I think 24-year-old, you're you don't even know what you're talking about. So he's trying to say to a 4-year-old, like, basically, you're not gonna see Gran no more. Like, she passed though, but it's cool. Pray to her, like, you know, like try a thing. So that was the first experience. Then my next experience would only be a few years later, and my friend committed suicide, and I was about 8.
Wow.
So
was just a kid.
We say?
Or was he same age as you?
Yeah, he's 2 years older than me, so he's 10. So my parents have then got to explain that. So at the time, as you said, you're a kid, so it still hurt. I cried and all of that, but I carried on playing outside. Blah, blah, blah. But I do think that had a lasting effect on how I viewed relationships with humans. Yeah, because I started to look at people like
temporary.
F it, man. Like, man be dying. So, like,
you're right,
I started to get a bit cold to things inside. Whereas, like, someone will say, you know, in school, children cry over, I'm not your friend no more.
Like,
and then another child will start crying. Me, I'm like, go on then. Like, man don't care. Like, shit's hard out here.
Yeah.
So, I think there is still an effect it does take. But those were the early ones. But I think, in terms of being really affected, I think my mum's one really affected me.
Bro,
like that one, I don't even understand. Like these days, I'm still learning how far that affected me, because I wasn't Marcus for about 2 years. Like I lost myself after my mum passed, because it was sudden. So it was like, imagine this, yeah. You've got a business, you're doing all right, blah blah blah. You graduate uni. No, my mum graduated uni, so everything was going nice. Things going so nice for her that she can go back to uni and study as a dream, because, you know, parents were raising us, they didn't have a chance to do these things. So she can go back now, like, stress isn't as high, so she can go back to uni, learn, get a degree. She graduated maybe a week before me. I've graduated uni, we're all right. It's her birthday. We go out for a birthday dinner. 2 days later, she says she don't really feel well, blah, 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 blah. She goes to the doctors. The doctor fobs people off as they do. The next day, she said, no, I really don't feel well. We need to go to the hospital. So, I think I dropped her to the hospital. Then my older sister came down and stayed with her in the hospital. I had stuff to do, so I done my stuff, hit the road, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She's at hospital. I go back to the hospital and be 8 o'clock in the evening. I'm there, chilling with her, blah, blah, blah. She's cool. She's in a little bed thing. I said, you gonna be alright? Are you sure you're good? She's like, no, I'm calm. Like, everything's cool. I feel good. Like, blah, 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 blah. Look, you're falling asleep. Go to bed. Go to bed, come back first thing in the morning. That's what my mum said. I'm like, you sure though? She's like, yeah, just go to bed. I'm going to be calm. Like, go home. Go back to the yard. Like, hospital's not far from my house. Cool. Gone home. By 4 a.m. she had passed. That was it.
That is gonna be like.
There was no pre-warning.
So then you start thinking maybe I should have just stayed.
You want to stay.
Would she have lived if I was there?
Yeah, you think things like, did she know because she wanted me to leave because she didn't want me to see? You don't know anything, can it? There's no time. Like some people, it's easier to do a grief sometimes when you had a year's worth of sickness to work with. That was 6 hours. It was just bang, bang, gone. It's all done. So then life becomes harder for me because all of my life goals involved my mum. I didn't have any other goals. You know, you say to her, what do you want to do? Oh, I want to make peas and buy my mum a yard. I want to make peas and buy my mum a whip. I want to make peas and send my mum to you. I want to make peas and go to Jamaica. I want to make peas. What the fuck am I here for now? Like, there's nothing. I ain't got no children. Like, so I'm just sitting in my room like, I don't even really care, bro. Like, man, I'm like, hey, do you want to do this? I'm like, nah, like, hey, I got 100 bag move. I don't care. Like, what I need peas for, bro? I don't even want this. Like, I went from convertible BMW, brand new Audi, Vauxhall joint. I don't care. I ain't even shining. Like, you know, like everyone's looking at me like, you cool, bro. And that's deep depression, innit?
Yeah.
But then you see some people and you pretend like, no, I'm good, like, I bust a joke, I'm funny, I can tell a joke. The minute you leave that room, bruv.
Back to square one, innit?
Shit, man. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I might not even eat today.
Was you staying with your mum at the time? Was you living with your mum?
Yeah. So I had just moved back in with my mum. So I hadn't lived with my mum for years. Just moved back in with my mum. So I'd been there for about a week.
Cheers.
Yeah. So it was just, you know, like everything was just like, I don't even know what to do, bro. Like, so it took years of not being Marcus. Like, years of just losing myself. I ain't the same guy that I was. Like, if you knew me before, you would be like, Marcus is a bit different. And people are tiptoeing around me. No one wants to say, blah, blah, blah. Like, so.
You know what you said, yeah, about like deep depression, yeah? You know what I just clocked, right? At the time when Frederick died, before he died, yeah, bro, I was a very active youth in the gym, bro. Like, honestly, because even at his funeral, like if you see pictures of me at his funeral, you didn't even believe he's the same person. I was so active, but when he passed, right,
no feeling.
Fuck it, bro. I didn't touch a weight again. Like, I just didn't feel like anything anymore.
There's no pleasure.
I was just like,
nothing
bro,
gives you pleasure no more.
You know?
The food you eat.
Because the reason why I even decided to hit the gym was because when I went to see him in Penn, he had put on so much weight. Like, he was banging gym, and I was like, right, you look good, you know. So
made you feel...
I'm gonna do that as well. So I started really and truly, when I think about it, I actually really started going gym because of me seeing the way he looked. And I thought, you know, I can do a thing. And I was banging gym, and he was like, rah, like, you're getting big, this and that. So that after that, I was thinking, bro, what's the fucking point anyway? Like, the person who I'm just gonna be like, bro, like we're the same size or whatever. He's not even there. So what the fuck? What am I even doing this for?
What would you say helped you? Obviously, I don't ever think you get over things, but I think you learn to live with.
I think with me, I wouldn't say help me, but I just started linking girls. Big man thing.
Alright, let's get.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
I didn't plan to get into that.
But that's what it is.
You see, when you're depressed, nah, bro. Can you agree with this? Would you know? No, you can't agree with this.
I can't agree, but you can.
Me and you, bro. No. When you're going through,
you know what? There's different coping mechanisms, isn't it? So I guess this is.
No, that was a major coping.
It was a major one
for
me still.
I was beating everything.
Yeah, any and every. To be fair. That's why I said that vaccine thing. Everyone
but
should
I feel like it's more. No, I didn't say I was doing it like that. I didn't say I was doing it like that. But I mean, like, I feel like for me it was like love and stuff like that.
Didn't matter.
You see the way people make jokes of women.
Yeah.
Like, she's just having sex because she's missing a hug from her dad.
Yeah.
I feel like it was similar to me, but the opposite. Yeah. Like, I just wanted a hug. Like.
Oh, you actually.
Yeah, like I was. I'm a boy. Like my dad was there for me. Don't get me wrong. Like I respect him and everything, but he went with my mom and that.
You know
and
what?
He checked in on me every now and then.
My mom and my dad didn't know how to be there for me though.
Okay.
Because they literally it was new to them. Because I'm the kind of person who has always been known as he's bubbly and has no emotions really. Like he's not attached to shit. You see what I'm trying to say? Like. My grandma, like I said, I was her favorite grandchild. She passed away. I didn't cry till a whole year and a half later. So to them, they don't even if my parents see this now they're gonna hear that I actually cried for my grandma. Like no one's sorry. You see what I'm saying? So Like they didn't know. They were just. It was just to them. It was just like, he would get over it. Like he always seems to get over everything. You see what I'm saying? But no, that one messed me up, man.
Yeah, no, that's peak. Man.
So, like you said, that was your coping mechanism. It was definitely one of mine.
So like, so you said it took you about 2 years before you just. Was there something that just made you just?
It took me about 5 years to get over Fred.
It took me 2 years. Not even to get over. 2 years for me to become Marcus again.
Oh, back to yourself.
To even start grieving. I didn't even start the grieving process. I was just fucked. I didn't know what I wanted. I was working shit jobs, doing anything. I might have been trapping here, trapping there, doing mad things. Just because I just kind of enjoy it. Like, that's the smallest part of life. And I've got a big up to like my older sister and her partner. Kind of kept me chugging along as much as they could because I wouldn't show them the truth. You know that when they come and visit me, like, oh, you're right, Marcus. Like, I ain't showing them that it's bad, but it's bad. But I ain't really showing them, but they kept me chugging along. Like, my sister's partner lost his mum in the same year. Damn. So he's older and everything. That's my older sister. He's older. But with that, just the fact that I saw him being okay, kind of in my head, male ego and pride. You know, like, I see him cook food for the family, like, and I'm like, I ain't no waste, man. If he can cook food, I can be alright as well. Like, you know, like, he's struggling. Like, in my head, I'm going, nah, he knows what I'm going through. He's struggling and he's still there for the youths. Like, maybe, let me go take a shower. Let me go fix up and I'm gonna go to the house and bring some dinner to everyone as well and play Nintendo Wii with my niece and nephew and bro, let me smile for a few hours and that stuff. And then you just gotta find another reason to want it, innit? Like, whatever does it for you, innit?
So Tom, like, obviously you and Marky share the same.
Oh man. So my mum passed away 8 years ago, and it should have been sooner. But there was. So my mum basically used to drink a bit, and as she got older, obviously, your body couldn't tolerate it as much. So she would get sick sometimes, and then she'll go to hospital, and she would always come back, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, about 5 years before she passed, I was meant to go cinema one day with one of my boys, and I chose not to go. And me not going that day was the day when I caught my mum throwing up a pint of blood at a time, and she did it 3 times. And I called the ambulance, and they said if you didn't call us, she would have gone. And at that, I was 18. Around that time, I wouldn't have not known what to do.
Yeah, myself. It's crazy.
It was absolutely mad. My dad didn't even tell me that the doctor said it was literally 50-50. Like, they put her on such mad steroids that my mum blew up like Shrek. Literally 2 to 3 times her size. Like, you know, like in isn't that Professor? Yeah, where his lips go mad. Like, everything was mad because she had a hole in her trachea. And they literally had to.
But what was that from? The alcohol?
I don't know what it was. All I know is that she always used to get sick, and she just used to always go to drink, if that makes sense. And then she survived that one. So 5 years later, I started to see her. My mum is not as strong as she used to be, because my mum is a typical African mum. Makes stew every week, makes pounded yam, all of that. Always, like, you know, all the stuff that they literally need all the strength to do. And I started to see the strength disappearing. And I was thinking to myself, like, one day I was like, this woman can't even, like, pick the pot up anymore. She used to always ask me to do it. And I just saw her hand shaking. But then at the same time, she'll still go into hospital every few months. She'll spend about a week or so. Then she'll come back. So
she's always coming back, basically.
So the day before she went to hospital for the last time, she told me, I'm not feeling well, I want to go to the hospital. And I was just like, okay, no worries, we'll go the next morning. Because you know what, you never believe or listen to
that's the thing,
anything that they're saying. And then I'm at work, and then my sister calls me and says, oh yeah, by the way, Mum's gone to the hospital. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh yeah, she was alright, she'll get through it and all that. So I'd visit her. She was in the hospital early December. So I'd visit her all the time. And just to make sure she was okay. And my mum is also a stubborn person. So when the doctor is telling her, you can't do this, you can't do that, I'm there like, Mum, you can't do that. They're trying to help you. Mum was like, shut up. So the last conversation I had with her was me saying, Mum, you don't listen. You need to listen to the doctors. And then I left. Then a few days before she died, I went back. And actually, the day before she died, this was New Year's Day, 2013. I went and I went to the room that she was in. And I looked at her and her eyes were so yellow. And she was just looking at me. She was unresponsive. She couldn't talk or anything, but I could feel her looking at me.
Communicating.
I was just like, you're right, Mum. I'll be talking to her, like, seeing how she was. And then I went home. The next day I went back to work, first day of the year. And then I get a call from my dad. My dad's like, oh yeah, the doctor said that we should all come to the hospital. And I was like, what's wrong? Is everything alright? He said, yeah, they just said that we should just come to call the family. I said, don't worry, I'll come later. Because is this not the first time that they called us to come over, innit? So then 2 hours later, my dad calls me and said, my sister calls me. She said, you really need to come down to the hospital. So I jump into I was in the courtesy car at the time, because actually I had the accident. I wrote it off my car. So I drove down there, parked, went in there, found where my mum was. A few days before, she was in some intensive ward, so I knew where to get to. And then I actually went straight to the bed where she was. And I saw 2 nurses, like, handing my mum, and I thought my mum was sleeping. I was like, oh, sorry. And then they literally put their hands like that, and they were silent. But I didn't realize they were showing they were showing it was because of respect, if that makes sense, innit? So I go back into the waiting area, and I'm looking for my sister. I call her. I said, where are you? Said they were in this waiting room B. It's like a private one, if that makes sense. There's waiting room A and there's B. A, anyone can go into. B is like for yes. But so I go in there. And I was like, how's everyone? My dad's like, do you know what happened? I was like, what? And then my sister said, Mum died. And then I literally was froze. I was like, what? What do you mean she died? I was like, yeah, she died. Like, they called us so that we could, see her last moments. So those 2 hours that I didn't go.
That was your last moment.
I didn't get to see my dad turn the machine off, if that makes sense. And that
gets to you
that hit me, but I didn't deal with it. I didn't think anything of it. I later on found out that my mum had actually died before they even called my dad, and she was just kept beating via the life support machine. So basically what happened, over the years she had liver sclerosis. Her liver wasn't cleaning her blood. It was so toxic, and there was no chance for any transplant or anything like that.
Was it noticed too late?
Yes. So, and to find the match and all of that stuff, I didn't even think they even got to that.
Takes like 9 months or something.
So like she's passed now, and I literally just look at the wall after they told me, and I punch it, and I'm just like, I can't believe it. And then I call my uncle, my mum's brother, the only one that lives here, and I tell him to come to hospital, but I don't tell him she died. And then when he comes, I tell him, I burst into tears. Then I called my cousin D-Mac. I say 2 words, I burst into tears. He just leaves his job and he comes to me. And then we all go back to my main house. I tried to call my other cousin Tunde, and I call my best friend. And I just can't believe it. But then something hits me. I have a little brother. I'm 20, so I'm 23. He's 15.
Hey.
And I'm just like, I can't let this guy see me crying. So I stopped crying. I probably don't cry again until probably the funeral. But I didn't grieve because I needed to show
strength for him.
I didn't, and you know what's mad? As bad as it is, I didn't feel anything. I didn't think any of that towards any of my sisters, my 2 sisters. I got older sisters. I just literally was just like, this boy that I'm sharing a bunk bed with, that's at the top bunk. I can't let him see me weak, if that makes sense.
And he bare respects you for that, because he even spoke about that on your wedding day as well.
Yeah.
He spoke about that was that day, that speech your brother gave. Bro.
Yes, it was.
I think that brought back bare stuff. Freddie, Depot, my cousin. I
just couldn't believe it. Like, I've just lost my mum. Like, I kept thinking to myself, the last thing I said to you is, you don't listen. You need to listen to the doctor. So basically, what they want, she wanted ice, because must have been helping numb the pain. But they're saying, if you keep taking in water, it will interfere with the test that we're doing. So I'm trying to tell her, this is what they're saying, and my mum is just like, I don't care, shut up. I'm just like, you don't listen. And she's like, go home. And I'm just like, okay. So I went home. And my sister, I think she was there as well, and I was saying to my sister as I was walking, that she doesn't, why doesn't she listen? I think to myself, you're so stubborn. But then I was thinking my mum was going to make it. I was thinking she was going to get out. Because it's something
that keeps on happening. She keeps on going and coming home.
Exactly.
So you're not going to be thinking anything. I was
so optimistic that would happen. So fast forward now, to the wake. So that's like, I think, a day before the funeral. My dad's local church, it's like a Methodist church, very boring, like hymn book stuff. And I've never seen that church full like that, to the point where there's so many people standing at the back. And I told the reverend, I said, listen, I want to be the last person to talk. Because, you know, like they asked if people want to come up.
Yeah.
And not many did because they didn't know what to say. But my mum's best friend did, and a few others, they spoke. And then I went last. And I've never seen so many tears. I've never seen so many tears after. Because I actually couldn't believe, that one person could bring so many people to this. Because I never went to Fred's funeral because he was like a primary school friend. When he went his way, I went my way. But I was still affected for the fact that I saw him a few days before. Right, this is my mum. I know more or less everyone I was seeing there, if that makes sense. Because my mum, she used to childmind for so many kids in the estate. So I'm seeing all my neighbours from when we moved from one block to another block. I'm seeing people that came down from Nigeria. I'm seeing people that it was a lot. Then the next day, what killed me was when, do you know anything? I don't know. Before they used to open the casket, and I started seeing people go around my mom's body, and then I literally looked to the side because I was saying to myself, I'm gonna burst out crying here. And then I looked, and I saw my sisters crying, and I lost it. Then I looked, and I saw my brother crying, and I lost it. And then one of my friends came, and like I used to work with, they came and consoled me, and then I quickly stopped, if that makes sense, because then I remembered my brother. Because I saw my brother, he was 15, they allowed 2 of his secondary school friends to come. And I think they were hugging him. And I said to myself, nah, you got to be strong for this boy, innit? So I stopped. Then when we got outside, my brother said, he asked me one thing that to this day finishes me. He said, are they going to open the coffin again? And I couldn't tell him no, if that makes sense. I just said to him, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but to let my brother know that's the last time you're going to see your mum. And then watching the body go down into the ground. And you know the worst thing is, so I've never been to like a funeral like that, and it being your mum. And then I went home to change my shoes.
That's a big first experience,
fam. So
that's a madness, you know.
I didn't carry a spare change of shoes, and as usual on the funeral day is a day when it's muddy and everything. So
why is it always like that?
The brown
why
clay.
is it always muddy
and rainy on the graveside.
Every time
grass.
but it's
man, it's like almost
rainy,
like rainy
muddy,
and
wet.
Do you know what the thing is? Yeah, I remember one of my neighbors, like he was like, I was maybe a year or 2 older than him. He passed away, and literally, like, it was one of those days, like a sunny time. We went to the cemetery, it was sunny and everything, but then it started raining on the day, and I was just thinking, this is just so bizarre, like, and the way he passed away as well. And his younger brother looks exactly like him. And when I see his younger brother these days, I'm just like, fam. Like, and I remember how that broke the family as well. And like, I was even gonna say, yeah, you know when you know someone that dies, yeah, I think it's, I don't know, like with me, with Fred, yeah, like I came to, you know, in the end, I came to terms with it, right? But then, like I was saying about Deepo's one, it was just the fact that of the way he died, innit? Because it was like, it was murdered, right? And again with his, right, it was just a situation of so much shit has happened to all of us. Like so much shit has happened to all of us, and he's like he's bore the brunt of it. Like he's been stabbed in his back, he's been stabbed in his bum, and I say this all the time. People always say like I'm not sensitive or like I'm insensitive. It's not that we're insensitive. It's just what we grew up with, innit, and what we knew, right? Like we used to get into a lot of trouble. And when we get into a lot of trouble, we used to get in a lot of fights. And we literally come back home, someone with their head bust, someone has been stabbed in the leg, someone has been stabbed in the thigh. And we actually laugh at each other for, you got shot in your leg. Something like that. Like it was just norm for us. And he survived so many of those episodes. So like, for me to be told that he died, that one was mad because I was in church. And it was my sister's birthday. I don't know why everyone's dying close to people's birthday.
Why are you in church?
Fam, it was a Saturday, innit? My sister was born on Boxing Day, so 26th of December.
Why did
So-
this guy go to church?
Yeah, bro, I used to
he
go
goes to
church
church.
like
He goes to
mad.
church.
That's the
Trust me,
only
he
way.
goes
That was the
church.
only way to balance things out.
He was getting church.
That was the only way to balance things out. Cause, bro, Maggie, if I didn't go church,
You
yeah,
know, church is where he got the money, innit?
nah, if I didn't go church, I'll be in pen. I'm never
Pastor
gonna lie.
Toby over here.
I had to balance it out. But I remember I was in church. It was a Boxing Day. And it was my sister's birthday, my older sister's birthday. I'm just in church, yeah, and Martin knows I'm in church, so he was the bearer of bad news this time, and he just calls me and I goes, "What?" I was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "I'm in church." And he's like, "All right, cool. I'll call you back." Then 20 seconds later, he calls me. I'm thinking, "What the fuck is going on?" "All right, cool. What's up?" He goes, "Oh." I go, "What?" He goes, "Depot." I go, what's happened to him now?" So I'm starting to say, what, did he get stabbed again or what? Wagwan. He goes, "Nah, Depot's dead." And I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, you know that question? You always ask, you're like, what do you mean dead?
Yeah.
It's like one of the dumbest questions you could ask, but you do it anyway. Like, what do you mean he's dead? Like dead? Like, it's oh, I'm not gonna
How
see him
dead?
again dead. Like, how dead is he kind of thing? So he's told me Depot's dead. I'm like, okay. So now I'm thinking, I'm gonna come off the phone, innit? But then I'm like, but I can't stay in the church as well. So I leave the church. I didn't say shit to no one. I didn't say shit. I didn't say nothing to my mom, my dad, my sisters, nothing. I just fucking walked out of the church, went to the house. Just chilling in the house, just in the room, just by myself, just gathering my thoughts. And you always start to think about the things you've been through, innit? You're thinking about, like beef in Chocodero and, like Ministry of Sound getting kicked out because you're fighting with ghetto youths or something, and, certain times where someone was going to do something to you and Deepos intervened, or someone's going to do something to you, intervened. Like, you're in Croydon one time, he was going to get in a madness, you stepped in, someone tried to touch him. Bro, everything. Someone tried to touch him, you punched the person in the face and you got into a scrap.
You all remember things that, like, didn't matter.
Yeah,
I remember that time I bought him the Morleys, bro. Like, every little
you know what's so
thing.
funny? You were so funny. One of my boys here came to his funeral just because of that. He said, I came here not because I'm close to him, but one time he bought me Subways.
Yeah, you remember
He said,
every
he said
little
from when
thing.
that boy bought me Subways, I owe him respect to be at his funeral.
Bro, you
And
remember everything.
I remember, I just remember going to his funeral. That was mad because there were so many of us, but when we got his funeral, there was not a lot of people at all. And that hurts me till today because, bro, if I tell you how many people I used to roll with, it's actually nuts. It's easily about 100 of us that used to roll together. And he was always at the heart of things, innit? But at his funeral, bro, probably, maybe 20 of us? 15? And when I say 15, 20 of us, I'm not talking about the guys. I'm talking about his parents and his family and everything.
Why do you think that was, though? Was that
Some of them just didn't know how to deal with grief. Like, a lot of the guys, because I was angry at them. I was like, why didn't you come? And they're like, bro, I'm not going to lie to you. They were saying, I don't do funeral. Like, what the fuck do you mean by you don't do funeral? Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't help. I couldn't do it. Some got ready to come and they just couldn't get out of their house. So, we're at his funeral now. And I think what broke me was in the church. They've got the church at the cemetery place, yeah. And we're doing his thingy, and his mom, his mom was just crying because of the way he went, innit? The way he was killed.
Yeah.
So his mom was crying, and then she turned her attention to Martin, and she was just looking at him, yeah. And she asked him. She said to Martin, "What happened to my son?" And Martin was finished. She looked at him, and said, "Martin, what happened to my son? What happened to my son?" She was like, "What happened to my?" And Martin was just like, "Auntie, I don't know." And Martin just broke down. When Martin broke down, I was finished. That's why I was just like, "This is fucking nuts." Like, what are we supposed to tell?
Yeah, what you just said.
That's that, and that is the thing, bro. It's like you can't explain nothing.
Like, what are we supposed to tell Auntie? And Martin is just there, like, he's just crying, like, bro, like, what am I supposed to do? And then now we're just there thinking. So then now you start thinking, would he have died if we were there?
Yeah. You start.
Would the people have the balls to do what they did if you were there with him? Because
it's so mad that you even said that, because the first time I went to his graveside was, when did we go? When did we all link up? Was it 2 years
last 2 years, well, we go every year anyway.
Yeah,
but 2 years ago, the 2 years ago one year.
Martin pushed me to go.
Yeah,
Because I was like, nah, man.
you can't, innit?
I was like, I ain't going. I ain't going to no one's graveside, bro.
How did you
Remember,
feel?
that was
How
the
did you
first
feel after
time
you
his
went?
best friend actually came.
I said, I
As
ain't
well.
going, bro. I was like,
How did you feel after you went for the first time? How did you
I
feel?
felt relieved, but I was kind of like, but you know, it's mad because these lot were like kind of like my big brothers. So I was like, fam, I can't. It's mad. Like this guy is like known on ends. Like I've known this guy all the time. See all the time. I'm getting shot. It's like he'll be like, yo, you got £1 on you. I know I ain't got £1 today, bro. Because he's got. If I got £1, it means I'm coming to take your money. We're gonna pay
Pound out. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be there for hours. Child. He goes, what, you getting shot? I'm like, no, I've got to use my money to. So it's like, it's mad. So it's all mad. I'm just thinking, you know what? Like,
You know, yeah.
that was crazy.
We-
Even my cousin that died, that's close to me, I still ain't gone to his graveside.
Swear down.
So going
Do you go to your mum's graveside?
I go to.
So that's a challenge. So she died in the second. So every year in the second we try to go, but I do.
It's hard,
But it's out of strength. This year I went by myself because I had a son recently, and I didn't want him to come to the graveside. And my daughter's a toddler, and I didn't want to bring it there.
The energy,
so I got my best friend to go with me. And you know what hurts me the most is that even though it's to be expected, it's just like every year I go, I see my mum's grave, and I see more graves. And every year I see how the land is stretched out more and more, and I literally can't take it. And you know what? Why it hurt me even more now is because of COVID. I think like, how many more of these graves are here because of this?
Yeah.
And it hurt even more because in December my wife's mum lost her mum. My wife lost her mum to COVID as well. So right now it's just a sensitive, like it's just a madness.
Like COVID has made things.
You know, another thing, like to straight back off topic. At my mum's funeral, when I went to change my shoes, I was walking back to the hall where they were doing the celebration, and this guy walked past me and he smiled at me and I smiled back, and I thought to myself, you don't even know, I just buried my mum. It's like nobody knows what you're going through.
Yeah, no one knows.
You're walking past people and they have absolutely no idea what you're
whatsoever.
going
It's like
through.
life is still going on.
I was broken inside.
Yeah.
I was broken inside. I didn't grieve for 2 years. I only actually eventually grieved because my wife's dad is a doctor, and he was explaining the condition my mum had. And since the funeral, I didn't cry at all. And I was sitting there, and then he said something about the condition. I can't remember the phrase off head. And I literally went to my car. My wife, actually was girlfriend at the time, she followed me out. She was just like, why? How come we going? And I just literally broke down in tears in front of her. And I was like, my mum's eyes, like the condition your dad explained is what I saw in my mum's face.
You was finally at the place where you was able to
recollect.
you
and then
can
you start
process
thinking, this is what-
everything.
yeah.
I don't think I cried that hard. I ain't cried
You're
that hard.
strong, you know. It's so crazy because within that time, even when I first met you, so it's mad. The first time I met you, you were still going through grief, bro.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I didn't start grieving
and
until
do you know
2
what's
years,
mad? I
fam.
was like,
Same as
fam,
you.
I'm like, to meet you and you to be like to see someone like so happy. Like out of all,
Yeah, 'cause you wouldn't even think-
Like, to be honest, out of our friendship group here, Tom's like one of the most positive people that we know.
But do you want to know why?
Yeah.
You know why? It's my wife.
Yeah.
Because the support that she gave me at that time, I had somebody that I could speak to. I completely avoided the topic, but I actually, the love that I was missing, I was getting it from her.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind, we were still in the honeymoon period anyway, but she did so much. So much to get me to that point. So obviously, when I broke down, it was her that was there.
So relationships are not all bad. innit?
And then,
They're not all bad, alright? They're not all bad.
But her losing,
Sometimes.
I don't know if the same thing happened to you, but when people would say my condolences, they don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to
Yeah,
like,
you don't know how
like,
to
it's
respond.
just
Yeah.
like we're both in a room and none of us knows what to say to each other. So do you know what we did? We just talked about some other things. I found more comfort in talking about other things rather than talking about the situation because I couldn't. I couldn't tell anyone that I was 2 hours late to the hospital.
Yeah, you can't.
I sat at my desk listening to probably 50 Cent
Yep.
instead of jumping in my car and going and getting there on time. If that makes sense.
Marky, did you find
think,
out?
Do you think that? Do you know how I see that? Yeah. Do you think that's your mum protecting you from?
No, because I would have been strong enough to see her go. I would have preferred if I
If you
saw
saw her,
if
if
I
you spoke to her.
saw if I saw the
last
machine go off. Like,
Yeah.
if I saw that,
Would have been closure for you.
Yeah.
The person
you know
that
what?
I'm overprotective of, he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even he was there, yeah.
And then the person that I've never seen cry in my life, my dad, until the day we went to the GP, and the GP told us that my mom knew she was going to die. And my dad then broke into this because he said that my mom told him at 2 a.m. one day, said, I'm dying. And my dad didn't believe her because he obviously was like, what do you mean? Proper Nigerian was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're dying? I'm sleeping. Don't say that. So my mom never told him again. Then the GP so he knew. And then that's the first time I saw my dad cry.
Yeah,
Never seen him cry before.
definitely. That's a...
That finished me.
Did you ever find out
how
why
my past?
yeah.
Yeah, she had organ failure. So,
Or is it because of like an infection or something?
it was like, I think it started with the kidneys. So I think the kidneys failed first, but then the rest of the organs failed. But there was a lot of stuff like, my sister researched a lot more than me, but I kind of done that. I don't want to hear about it. So like, I said to my sister, like, any support you need, we're there. Like, you want a solicitor, pay for a solicitor. Like, whatever you want, I can do it. But I didn't want to hear it. Like, I just didn't want to hear, like, as you said, you want to talk about anything else. Because I was like, I don't want to hear it because I don't have an outlet for all of these emotions. I don't have a partner. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a partner. There's no one I can go. Like, my sister's got a partner, long-term partner. She can go and talk to him. She can lie in bed with him.
Yeah.
When everyone goes home, I'm in this house. I lived in a 4-bedroom house. I'm in a 4-bedroom house, lying down in this cold.
Yeah.
The wind is blowing. Like,
Fam, you saying that, so all of these people, when your mum died, I assume they came to see you. And they all tried to talk to you. And then when they leave, the silence.
silence.
I hated it.
It's
I hated
definitely
it.
bro,
It's
silence,
worse.
bro.
I didn't want to see no one. It's worse.
Yeah.
So I completely understand why you just sit there, you just think to yourself, like, this is not a good feeling. It's numbing. Like, I know my mum, my brothers and my siblings are in my house, but my mum's not here. Like, it's quiet. No one's talking to each other, by the way.
Bro, I lived in Czech Republic.
Yeah, I remember you went to Czech Republic.
I
didn't
lived
it?
in Czech Republic.
Is that where you
No, I
No,
left.
he moved.
you left.
After,
He left after,
yeah, I
yeah,
left the
and went to
country,
Czech
bro.
Republic.
Wow.
I left the country. I don't want to be here no more.
I remember you telling me you went to Czech Republic for like 2 years or
I went
something.
to Czech Republic. I was gone. I said, I'm out of
What
here,
was you
man.
doing there?
I don't know.
Life.
Bro, depression, nigga. What are you doing in Czech Republic?
You know.
You know when you're in a bar in Eastern Europe, the only black you just sitting there.
With a drink.
Just more. Yeah. Fam.
Throw your 20 euros. Dobra den.
Gone.
Walk home, drug.
Same thing again next day.
Next day. We'll check Prasin. Your bill comes. Dobra den.
Done. Same day. Same thing.
That is.
You see, yeah. you see, yeah.
I've been in a weird
When
world,
was it?
you
When
know.
was it that? Like, remember when I was saying about your chain? I was
Yeah.
like, this dope, yeah. But bro, if I was to get, like I was saying, just like you
But-
were saying, it would be mad, yeah. Because I remember, like, recently we had a funeral, right? When I say we, I'm talking about me and Milo, right? And what's so mad about that funeral is, bro, this is the most bro. I always say this. I need to write a book, yeah, about my life and like people I've known and things that happened, right? The reason why I was so fucked was because it was one funeral, but it could have been two. So, without like making people try to Google shit and find shit out, my boy's younger brother got killed by my boy, right?
Oh yeah, this one was mad.
This was very mad.
This
it's
this
a mad
video was
story.
So
mad.
the reason why it was so mad is that my boy's younger brother, who we all used to play games with, like all the time. We used to go to my boy's house all the time from college to play games, and his younger brother was always there.
Yeah,
he was like young, like 10 or something. We used to, play with him and bully him, and he used to bully us back, like and everything. He was so bad, so he was sent back home, and they brought him back. When they brought him back, we didn't know he was back. He's a good 22, 23-year-old now.
Yeah.
He's changed. He's doing all of this drill shit. This and that. Anyway, now. So, my boy one time went to meet my other boy. And when he went there, my other boy was not there. But he had left his door open for him to come in. But when he got there, my other boy's brother had come in and gone. And when he took the door off latch. So my boy's got there now. As he's got there, no one's there. So he's called my other boy saying, yo, the door's not thingy. And he goes, you know what? I'm coming. I'll be there in like 5 minutes. And then just wait for me. As he's chilling there waiting, my other boy's younger brother and his lot have come round. They've seen him. and he's got a Rolex on, so they've tried to rob him. Now,
It's gone.
yeah, it's gone way left. Now, my boy now is looking at him. He said, according to him, when he saw him, he was looking at him like, I know your face. You see what I'm saying? He said he was looking at him like, I know you. I know you, you know. And then my boy's younger brother is telling him, you know, he's wicked and bad, so you don't know me from nowhere. Like, don't try and act like you know me from somewhere. I don't know you from nowhere. So, to get his watch, they've stabbed him a few times or whatever. I got his watch. Ran off. There's 3 of them. But I don't know how to put it and say my boy. I don't know if I should say my boy is insane, but he's a carrier. Like, he looks sneaky, so he's always been a carrier from young. Like you'll never do anything with him and get away with it. It's impossible because of the way he looks. You're not getting away with it. So after they've stabbed him, taking his watch, blah blah blah, and run off, he's run after them and he stabbed all of them. With his own whatever, and he stabbed all 3 of them. An ambulance has come to collect all of them, and as they've gone to the hospital,
one has passed.
Yeah, one has passed. And the reason why I say it was insane is because, like, so now we found out. So now this is so mad. So now my boy has called me telling me his younger brother's died, right? And we're like, all right, cool. You know, his younger brother's died. His younger brother's been stabbed. Blah blah blah. So we're like, you know, we need to find out who done it.
Hey, that day was mad.
Then get a phone call. My boy is in hospital, saying that he's been attacked by some youths or blah blah blah, but he got them back anyway. And then now you're like, hold on, where did it happen?
Yeah,
it happened here. Hold on, where did your brother die? He died here. Oh, he got the ambulance came there. Then 2 and 2 together, bruv. Do you know what's the hardest thing? The hardest thing was my boy who was stabbed not dying. Yeah, but my other boy's brother dying, and now telling my other boy whose younger brother died that
he was
and
that stabbed the brother.
This is the reason.
Do you know how mad that was? That is one of the weirdest and most awkward situations you've ever been in, because we were in a situation where we were glad and not glad at the same. Do you know how mad that is? Because we're like, my man didn't die. We thank God.
Yeah,
but this kid that we used to play with died. So now we're thinking, so we've gone to a funeral, but at the same time, when he's come from hospital, we have to support him as well. It was one of the most fucked up, and it's still, to this day, it's still one of the most fucked up situations I've ever been in my life.
That's traumatic.
It's a very, very crazy situation.
Something I wanted to...
I'd have to move away, man. I can't be around... I can't be in that environment.
Yeah,
go
Czech Republic.
Mad here because it's like we're very conflicted in our feelings, because I know the person that he's talking about. It's like we're very conflicted in our feelings because we're like, bro.
Did you?
We want him to bust, but it's mad though. Like, it's like he's killed my man's brother though, but
at the same time it was. You okay? Do you know when it was so awkward for me? I think the most awkward time for me was last year. When we did a group, like we've got a WhatsApp group, right? Yeah. And it was from old school, all the old school Percam and everything. Everyone's in that group. Yeah, they put all of us in that group, And my boy, who's the one whose brother died, he was the only one left that they couldn't put him in the group. Because my man is in the group. There. And
I presume they haven't.
Everyone in the group is asking about the one whose brother died,
because they don't know.
But they're just saying, "Oh, how is he?" And I'm like, his number is here, but then we're like, do we really want to put him in there because he's gonna see my man in there? It's just like,
I presume you guys kept them apart. They haven't.
We did, but like I remember, the thing is at the boy's funeral, the one thing his brother said was like, he said, like, the best thing that can happen out of this situation is that I'm not like you lot. He said, he goes, I'm not road like you lot because I would have tried to avenge my brother, but then my brother was in the wrong. Like, do you know, you see death, like, there's a saying about death comes like a thief at night or something. Bro, it's not even a thief at night, bro. It's just a thief. Simple. Like, end of. There's no time or day or there's no, like, it just comes and you never know how you're going to react. You know, because prior to that, bro, when we found out his brother died, everyone was willing to ride. Yeah, bro, we're gonna do this. But then you find out it's my man, and now you're just like, raw. I'm not real. You're like, I'm not even as real as I thought I was.
Kill my boy.
Yeah, bro, you're just
I
thinking,
was gonna do that.
I'm not as real as I thought I was. And then
one thing quickly though, I wanted to go back to just before.
no, go back. No, it's calm. Bro.
The cemetery thing, because basically all of you say you don't go.
I go.
No,
I go every year.
I go once a year,
now.
but it's hard.
Yeah, I
You
go
see
every
me,
year.
every Sunday.
You're there.
Every Sunday,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see, because you
Yeah.
sometimes
Put some-
might
yeah, you put
tweet
your
or
snaps
Yeah,
or sometimes,
yeah,
yeah.
every Sunday. Sunday, that's my Sunday ritual. Like, wake up, clean my yard, like, eat.
Do you think you're gonna do that when you have a family and stuff?
Yeah. Like, I always think to myself, like, so I not even just my mum, so I see my mum, a few of my boys.
Are they all in the same?
Some are close. Like, my boy's mum is in the same cemetery. So sometimes if I buy some flowers, I'll put 2 on his mum's one as well. Even though I've never really met her, because she died when he was young. But it's like, oh, your mum's thing's in the same thing as mine. Don't worry, bro. Like, he might be more like one of you guys that go once a year. But I'm like, I'll make sure it's clean, and because I'm there, innit? Like, I'm gonna be there regardless. So, like, that's my boys, and that's just my normal, that's my alone time. Because you work you say you got your wife, your children. Yeah. You don't ever get silence. You see when you get there, dead silence. And you can just talk about the week, what happened to you this week.
We tend to go to Depot's one on the 26th of every year, or December of every year, right? And it's like, it's always the same thing, but it never gets old. Like, we get there, and the first thing we do is almost like celebrate his life.
Yeah, that's it.
And we just talk about,
Man, shit.
how funny he was, and
Yeah.
when he did some madness.
They always take music and all that.
Yeah.
Always.
And then we drink.
There's one big man I see there. He must be about 50 something. I might think it's his wife, and I see him.
You start having conversations.
Yeah,
with
like,
them.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And like, he just goes there, cleans the gravestone, takes the old flowers, puts the new flowers.
I think
and walks off.
And
it's just like every week I see the same man, and you just sit there and you think, I wonder if he's been doing this since one day. You know that he might have been doing it since I was a youth.
When I think about it sometimes, another thing that really sticks out for Depot's one is the fact that, like, someone tried to claim the body. Someone just tried to claim it and try and make songs and shit off it.
Yeah, that's nasty.
And then when you confront the person, like, when shit gets real, they're now telling you, no, it wasn't even about him, or, it was, it wasn't even like that, or I wasn't talking about him, I'm talking about something else. And you're like, all right, cool, so then name the body then. Because you're saying it's somebody else, but yet you're describing the situation, which makes it look like you were there.
Yeah, that's weird.
So, like, are you real or not? Because at the end of the day, let's just get it cracking, innit? Let's just get it over and done with.
That's weird.
And then all of a sudden, it's just a change of tune. And this is what, remember, I say this all the time, there's a lot of UK rappers I don't respect, because a lot of these lot that you lot are finding big and bad, bruv, they're not. That's no weird. One. Like, they're just claiming shit, and then when you stick on them, all of a sudden, it's just... Well, and then everyone can be bad, innit? Let them be bad in their own right, Be bad on TV or whatever it is. But that's one thing that stuck to me, because it was a thing where he's dead, fine, he's dead, and everything. We know he's dead. We know this is what happened to him. There's a camp saying they've done it. Then at the same time, the same camp is saying we didn't do it. Because what are you really trying to achieve? Like, what do you really want, innit? And that's one thing that really, about the whole thing, I think that's one thing that annoyed me about it so much. Is the fact that, I can say this on you, but we're going to have to cut it, yeah. So what, like, out of all of this, I just realized, like, you see, man, we deal with pain so badly.
Stupid.
It's so bad, like.
I needed a therapist.
Bro!
Yeah,
I needed a therapist.
Yeah, stupid.
We did one family counselling session, and that was it. And that was through my brother's school, because obviously they offered it because he was a minor. But I needed therapy. To not grieve and hold it in, and then...
For 2 years.
2 years.
Look at you said 2 years, 2 years. And my one, I was talking about my grandma's one, was like a year and a half.
You don't admit to yourself.
No, because I just think the point where you tell yourself is life. That's the bad part.
Can I tell you something mad?
Terrible.
Because my mum died in 2005, obviously, like, video phone, camera phones, they weren't that advanced then.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my mum's voice sounded like. I would have to ask my dad to find a VCR, put in the tape for me to hear it.
That's crazy.
And then, at least you don't. What I did that I kept to me is my mum's bonnet. I kept it for years. It smelled like a.
Did you do something strange? Because with me, the strangest thing I did for me was when Fred passed. To this day, bruv, you see your brain, right? Your brain, is probably the strongest and weakest thing you have. When I say strongest and weakest thing, it's either my brain has protected me. To this day, I don't know how many years ago he died.
That's trauma. That's not.
trauma.
That is so mad. Like, I don't remember the
trauma?
year or nothing. Like,
I
don't know.
There's so much stuff I forgot from around my mum's passing. You could say so passed away like a famous celebrity. I'm like, when did he
die?
And everyone's like, that time. I'm like, I don't remember anything in that year. Nothing happened in that year to me. People are like, hey, remember when Germany smacked Brazil? I was like, that happened?
Yeah.
Like I have to go on YouTube and watch it, but I would have watched it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I was so gone mentally that nothing retained in my brain at that time. Like not a single thing.
Because I don't remember, like I said, I don't remember how old I turned that year.
Yeah, literally.
I don't remember who won the league that year. I don't remember anything.
That's trauma, sis. That's your body.
I don't remember anything.
That's your brain purposely forgetting things so that it.
This is what I'm saying. It's like it's protecting me.
Yeah,
because
trying to say,
the only one thing I can hang on is that knowing that was Martin's birthday. Literally. Apart from that, I don't know. Like, what? I don't even remember how old he was. I don't remember shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's so mad. Like, and for me not to remember the year bugs me so much.
Look at the pictures when he had a six pack. It was around that time.
Well, on my
that's all of
Insta.
us right now.
It's before you fell off.
That's all of us right now. No, hey, it's a Pandino.
It's a Pandino.
It's all of us.
It's a Panadol, man.
It's all of us right
That was
now.
way before the Panadol when I fell off. I fell off a time ago. Oh my god! I'll get it back. Watch.
It's funny you said the thing about the
I'll
video.
get it before you, though. Right now,
It's alright, man. It's alright.
It's funny the thing about the video that you said, yeah, because one of the worst times I had, yeah, was I had this phone after my mum passed, innit? So I was going gym, and then I left the phone on the side. And I just always leave my stuff out, innit? Like no one's gonna rob me. I left my phone on the side, and I came back and my phone was gone. But this might be like a month after my mum's passed, and I'm looking around the gym, yeah, and I'm like,
Someone's gonna get it.
I'm like, And I've gone to the reception. I said, hey, do you know where my phone is? The guy's like, no, mate, don't know where your phone is. And I've gone, alright, turn off the music. I've gone, alright, guys, well, one of you've taken my phone and it's got the only memories of my mum on this phone. And I'm going to walk to the car park and come back. And if my phone isn't back, when I get here,
It's trouble.
everyone in this room's going to die. And then I just walked out. And I went to the boot of my car, got my shank, and I just sat there, just looking at the clock in the car. And then, just like, it's going to kill.
So the phone hasn't gone.
I accepted at that point in my life, yeah,
That you're going
it was
pen.
done.
Yeah.
It was done.
You're
I
going
might
pen.
not have even went to pen.
Yeah,
I might
but
have killed
just-
myself on the way out. But I had accepted, yeah, that this is about to go nasty in this room. Like, it's about to get mad in there. And then I remember I walked back in the room and my phone was there. And I remember saying, like, who had it? So I'm not going to say nothing. I said, tapped my knife on us. I said, wise choice. And I went back to my car and I didn't go back to gym for like a month or so. And I remember on my way home, I called my dad and I was crying. Like, I was crying on the phone to my dad and I said, man, I was about to just end it all. Like I was literally about
How
to
did your
just...
dad respond to that?
He's like, why? Like,
Did he come and see you?
Nah, he ain't come see me. But he did speak to me. Me and my dad speak, innit? Like, even on my way
Yeah,
here.
bare close.
Yeah, like, even on my way
But
here, I
because
spoke to him on the
you're
phone.
close
and-
in age, though, to be fair.
Yeah, we're close in age. He's a normal... My dad's New Cross ghetto boy.
Yeah,
like, he's
yeah,
a normal guy.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he understands, innit?
Yeah.
So he just spoke to me on the phone for hours. Like, we just spoke and he just kept it real. And he said, you can't do that, man. You got there to live for.
Before you go, I've got one question, right? You've got a child, I've got a child. Obviously. You've got children. Like, do you... Because that's the one thing that scares me now. It's almost gone from grieving and all of that to now always scared that if I get a phone call about my son, that's the one thing that scares me. Like, why am I being
my
called?
daughter is a toddler now? Yes, because she's just a daredevil, man.
Yeah.
She's just running around. She's exploring. She's learning. If that makes sense. She doesn't have fear yet.
Yeah.
Until she learned.
Yeah, fears learn, innit? So
is actually crazy. Like, so.
Do you know what? Like, the one thing that broke me. This is so mad. Was that was unexpected because I was actually sitting on Twitter. No. I was actually sitting on Twitter. Not that one. Oh, okay. I was actually sitting on Twitter and they put it on there that the band's son had died.
I didn't even see that.
That
Bro,
how old was he?
He was basically the same age as my son.
He was like one.
My son, same age. My son is free now. Yeah, my son is free now. He died in their house, the compound, in the swimming pool or something. He fell in the swimming pool and passed away. But I remember sitting on Twitter, like I was reading it on my phone, and I started crying, bruv.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was thinking, I don't even like. My child is not him. My child. Yeah, I don't know him, and my child is not dead. Why am I crying? But then it was just the fact. And then when I saw the picture of the boy, I was like, "Oh my god, that could have been my son." And it's literally gone from that where now I'm almost like so in fear. Like I don't even think about my parents' death.
But did you see why? I don't know. When we first used to start going out to like parties and that, and you'll come back and your mum is still awake.
Yeah,
that's you understand. You understand.
Even to the point where when my sister first started going out, I wouldn't sleep until she came back. Even my little brother, that one, I definitely. If he went somewhere,
you probably be driving there.
I would pick him up, or I'm not sleeping until he gets back. I can't. So I started to understand that whole
fear, the anxiety that comes with.
Because I'll go somewhere, I'll come back at like 3 a.m. My mum is in the living room watching
and you're
TV.
thinking,
yeah, bro.
And then I'm like, why are you awake? Because I'm just watching TV.
Yeah, these times you weren't just watching. You're tired.
Imagine, I would wash my face, do everything,
done in it, sleeping.
Get ready, and then as I got into my room, I go back to the living room. My mum's gone to bed.
Yeah, she's gone. She was really waiting.
She was really waiting. Yeah,
fam.
She was really waiting. It's
parents, bro. It's sweet.
Boy, I'm a parent now, and boy.
I
don't know, man.
I just make sure your life insurance, everything is
there.
I read. That was hard is that around that time, obviously, like we didn't know how much funerals cost.
Bro!
And how you have to raise that money in like 30 days.
I
was thinking that we was going to be able to what's it called again? We was going to be able to pay monthly. And then do that monthly stuff. Having to raise, I don't know, now it's probably a bit more expensive, but we had to raise like 8-9K in that 30 days. If not for the love of friends and family and the impact my mom had on people.
And you did alright for the 8-9K.
Yeah, we got it even to spare. And you know what? My mom even kind of paid for some of herself because I knew my mom's pin, and she would always get money at a certain time, and I withdrew everything. So when my dad was cracking his head thinking
allegedly.
when my dad was cracking his head thinking I'm missing 2K, I need 2K, I just handed it to him, and it was just like, I don't know what I would have done without this. We were gonna miss it. We're gonna miss our slot because people they don't tell you is with funerals. When you do the burial ground, there's two. You can have a public one where you can't put no tombstone or nothing like that, and it's cheaper. Or you can pay for a plot, which you get for 25 years. You put 2 people in there, but it's way more expensive. And that money was the difference between us being able to
do one or the other.
To do that, yeah.
I didn't know that you could put 2 people in the
you can.
You can do it free.
I don't know. Maybe they've changed it now.
6 foot, 12 foot, whatever.
You can do, there's different plot sizes because that's happened when my mum passed. So my mum already had a plot. So see my mum's like the most intricate thinker. Like, you know, like you go through the paper, the pot's paid for. The funeral's still mad peace because it's my mum, and you know how I am.
Funeral.
So there's no like, I'll go to get the things and people be like, I'll get that one. I'm like, no. Me. I said, how can I look at myself in the mirror and say, you wear a blood Rolex, bro. You can't get that one. That's... Who are you? You know the ones that would be like you saying, "Oh, can you borrow me a $5? I really need it." And I said, "I ain't got it." Yeah. You're gonna say, "Bro, how dare
you not?"
You said you're that guy. You look like that guy. Don't not be the guy,
bro.
Don't not be the
like. No, you're right.
Yeah,
because when Freddie died as well. Obviously, I'm watching my auntie and husband scrambling for peas and everything. Yeah, and everyone's just looking at me like. And I'm just there like, I can't do something, but what you guys are thinking, I can't do it. Like, what is in your head right now? I can't do it. Because then it came to a thing where you have to fly his body from.
Oh yeah, that's different. Flying someone's body back is.
You had to fly all the body from the Philippines.
How much is that? Like $6 grand?
It was at that time. It was 10
It
bags.
was 10 bags.
And then my auntie said, "Listen, if that's what's gonna be, we're gonna dress him up that he's alive and put him on the plane instead. How about that? Because how are you gonna tell me that it's gonna be costing more money
Did
flying?"
they didn't want to release the body until we paid it?
Bro, they didn't
Yeah,
release
they
his body
weren't-
till we
they
paid,
weren't-
and after
they
that
weren't
to
released
fly
the
him out.
body
We didn't end up flying him. His body's in Philippines, bro.
10 grand.
I've never been to his
That's like a
to
40
his
bag funeral.
thingy.
That's like a 40 bag funeral still.
Oh yeah, because they got. I remember, yeah, because it's still in.
That's a lot, you know.
Listen, life insurance, funeral care, all of that.
That's the advice we can give you before we go, guys.
I
Just
got
get
my
your
plot
life insurance. You've got your plot already. See, some people have already paid for their plot. For just
listen,
one day when they pass, it will
critical
already be there.
illness cover, all of that stuff. I got it, man.
Tombstone's expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Hey, without my big sister, I would have been struggling, man. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta big up my big sister still.
I don't even, bro.
Because I don't know, bro. Like, you don't know, I don't know, bro.
But we're here today.
Yeah.
We just wanted to share our experience with you guys, and I'm glad you lot came, man. You lot all came in black. Everyone came in black, actually.
Because we're fat.
But thanks, man. Thanks, guys, for coming. And yeah, man, we'll see you on the next episode, innit?
All right, peace.
Nice one.
I will kick the mic and that.